Okay, I'm going to try it again. It could be my eyes that aren't focusing right. I don't have the best eyesight in the world. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So I'm going to try this again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my fabric back on top of where I've already stitched, and I'm going to line that bar work on top of that loop, and I'm going to start all over again. So let's give it another shot, and I'm going to use both hands this time. Hopefully I won't wiggle the camera too much. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure here on the end of the fabric. See, I'm pulling a little bit. I'm going to keep going now. You see how that thread is going across, and I'm creating like a satin stitch over that bar. And as I pull, that fabric is building up on that bar. You see how slow my machine is advancing? So you're going to try and cover that bar completely, and that's how you're going to get a nice smooth finish on that fabric. I'm going to speed up a little bit. It's kind of tedious, but it does really look cute when you're finished. But you will be going through a lot of thread. But see how I'm keeping it lined up against the edge of that little plate? Right here, I'm keeping it lined up as close as I can, and still maintaining a little bit of a stretch. Okay, if your fabric gets off a line, you can just move it in a little bit as you're sewing. Okay, so you can add a little tension in the back by pulling too if you want to, but don't pull so far that you're going to lose your satin stitch. I found out on that blue pair that if I had some bare spots, I could go back in and put my fabric back on the machine and re-stitch over that one spot. So all is not lost if you miss a spot. Okay, I think you've seen enough on that from that angle. Okay, I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, I'm recording. Okay, I've reached the end, and this is what I've got. This is what you're going to get if you don't do a really, really close satin stitch. But it's not going to be noticeable if you're going to use the same kind of fabric, the same color thread as you do fabric. But it's not bad. If I wanted to, I could go back through and I could go right directly over what I just sewed to get a thicker coverage. But even on the pink ones, even on the blue ones, you see a little bit. But like I said, I had mine set at 0.4 for my stitch length. So if you go with even a shorter stitch length, you might get more of a full coverage on your lettuce leaf. But that was the pink fabric. Everything is relative, though. If you have a heavy fabric, you're going to have to use a lot more stitches. If it's a lighter fabric, like the t-shirt fabric, you're not going to need that much. You're not going to get that much of a curl. So everything is, it all depends on your thread, your fabric choice, and your stitch length. So at this point now, I don't know how much time. Okay, I have enough time. So now I've got, now it's time where I can take my pattern and find out where my best piece of lettuce leaf is, and then I'm going to just iron my pattern on just like this, and then I'll cut this out, and this will be a pink pair of the same pair of shorts I just made with that lettuce leaf. But that's how simple it is, and it'll work with either of your feet. So your overcast foot or your blind hem, either one is fine. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.